What's up YouTube, welcome back to another video on my channel Skotrix, and today as you can see we are back on NBA 2K21 Next Gen for another build guide video. And in today's video I'm going to be showing y'all how to build the Kobe Bryant build, the GOAT build in NBA 2K21 Next Gen. This build is amazing, it has really good finishing, shooting, playmaking, and defense, and it also gets a ton of badges. But before we get into the build right here, I just want to mention a few things. First of all, Merry Christmas to all y'all. I said this in my first video today, but again, Merry Christmas to y'all. Hopefully you're having a good day, hopefully y'all are enjoying your Christmas and staying safe as well. And the second thing that I want to mention really quickly is if y'all are not subbed to my channel yet, make sure you click that sub button. Only about 2% of people who watch my videos are actually subscribed to my channel. So if you click that sub button right now, you can join the 2% gang. I really appreciate it. It helps out a lot. And also I uploaded a video earlier today, the LeBron James build. Make sure y'all go check that out as well. And I'll be having a double upload tomorrow. So if y'all sub right now, you can see that as well. But yeah, now with all that being said, without any further ado, let's get right into the video here. Alright, so in this first screen, nothing really matters too much. The only thing that's important is you want your position to be a small forward. Now you can make this a shooting guard, but you will not get as many badges. If you make it a small forward, you'll get more badges. Shooting guard, you'll get about 10 to 12 badges in each category, whereas the small forward, you'll get like 15, 16, 17 badges in each category. So this is definitely where I recommend putting this build, small forward. Then for the hand, jersey number, name, none of that matters. You can set that up however you want. Then go ahead and click continue. Now for the body settings for this build, first off for the height, you want to go down 1 inch to 6'6". This is Kobe Bryant's height in real life, and it's also the perfect height to make this build because it does move up your three-pointer, your playmaking, and your physicals. You do lose a few defense things in some of the less important defense categories, but don't worry about that too much. That's really not as important as the stuff that you're gaining, and you also gain +1 driving dunk and driving layup, so that's cool. And then for the weight right here, you do want to bring this down a bit to 200 pounds. This gives you a 88 speed, which is more than enough because once you get into the Gatorade facility, you're going to be able to get your speed all the way up to 92. And once you get above 95 overall, you're going to get it even higher than that. So you'll have more than enough speed, more than enough acceleration. And this also increases your speed with ball and a couple other things that are important. So that's good. 200 pounds is the perfect spot. No point in bringing it any lower. You don't really gain anything. And there's no point in bringing it any higher because you're going to lose that speed. It goes down to an 87 at just 1 pound higher. So 200 pounds, perfect sweet spot right there for the weight. Then you can go down to the wingspan right here. For the wingspan, you just want to keep it right here at 6'11". You can see if you start to bring it up, you lose some shooting, you lose some other things that you don't really want to lose. And really all that you gain is like a rebound, and like it's really not worth it. So you don't want to bring it up any higher than 6'11". And if you go any lower, you start to lose some driving dunk, you start to lose some other things. So that's really not worth it either. 6'11" is the perfect spot to be for the wingspan right here. This keeps your shooting in a good spot, your finishing in a good spot, playmaking, defense, all of that. It balances it out all perfectly. So 6'11", perfect wingspan right there. Just leave it there. Then for the body shape, this really doesn't matter. You can put it wherever you want. It won't affect the attributes or the badges for the build. All it does is change how the build looks. It has no effect on the actual build. So for me, I'll probably just take defined because I think it's the most similar to Kobe, but you can choose whichever one you want. Again, won't make any difference on the build. Then go ahead and say continue. Now for the attribute and badge distribution for this build, first off for the finishing right here, you're going to want to go ahead and max out your driving layup, driving dunk, standing dunk, and then also put your post control up to a 75 right here. This will give you 16 finishing badges, which is amazing. You're going to be able to get every single good finishing badge onto Hall of Fame. So you'll have absolutely no problem finishing. Plus you get every single contact dunk animation with your 95 driving dunk. You also have a 65 standing dunk, so that's good as well. And you're going to be a super good finisher with this build, 100%, just like Kobe Bryant in real life. So that's good right there for the finishing. Then you can go down to the shooting right here. For the shooting, you want to max out your mid-range, you want to max out your three-pointer, and then for your free throw right here, you want to go ahead and move this up to a 47, and this will give you 15 shooting badges, which is really good. Again, you can get basically every single good shooting badge onto Hall of Fame, and those two badges right there that are gold actually can get up to Hall of Fame once you get above 95 overall. So you really can get literally every single badge onto Hall of Fame except for Ice and Veins, which isn't important anyways. So yeah, 15 shooting badges with all those badges that you can get, super good right there. You're going to be shooting lights out, especially with a 92 three-pointer, 95 mid-range. You're going to be an amazing shooter with this build, and to go along with all of your finishing, you're going to be able to score from anywhere on the court. So you're good right there with your 15 shooting badges. Then you can go down to your playmaking right here. First off, for the pass accuracy, you just want to move this up to a 55 right here. Then you want to go down to ball handle, you want to max this out. Speed with ball, you want to max this out as well, and that gives you 11 playmaking badges, which for a build like this where it's a primary scoring build is all that you're going to need. You can get quick first step, handles for days, unpluckable. Those are really the only important playmaking badges, and you can get all of those, so you're really good right here with 11 playmaking badges. You will not need any more, and also you get pro dribble moves with the 86 ball handle, so that's good as well. You can do your pro dribble moves or whatever, and you'll be able to get all the badges you need. More than enough playmaking on this build right there. Then you can go down to your defense right here. For defense, you want to max out the perimeter defense all the way up to a 95. Then you want to go ahead and max out your block right here and your defensive rebound, and that will bring you all the way up to 14 defense badges. And then you want to go back up to your steal and just move this up to a 65 right here. And you really don't need your steal any higher than 65 because you are able to get interceptor with it at 65, and that's all that you're going to need. You'll be able to get steals with a 65 steal, and you can get the interceptor badge. You'll be good enough, I promise you right there. To go along with those 17 defense badges, you're going to be a clamp guard. You're going to be able to guard any guard build, even a lot of big man builds you'll be able to guard, since most big man builds are only about 6'9" or even 6'8". You should have no problem guarding any big man build with this build, so you're going to be good right here for sure with the defense. 17 defense badges, amazing defending build, just like Kobe in real life. Then you can max out your speed, acceleration, stamina, and you want to put your last few attributes right here into your vertical just to get that up to a 71, which again will be more than enough. And you have one more attribute. The only spot you can put it is offensive rebound, so just put that into there. And there we go. That is the final attribute and badge setup for the Kobe Bryant build. Amazing finishing, shooting, playmaking, defense, and physicals. And I will just mention really quick the few things that were not upgraded. Strength, really not that important. Interior defense, same thing, not that important. And close shot eats up so many attributes and gives so few badges, it's really not worth upgrading at all, because you'll have to give up so many badges in a different category to get close shot up, and you really don't need it, especially with a 95 driving dunk. If you get that close to the rim, you're just gonna be dunking on everybody anyways. And I will also mention the reason you can only bring your steal up to a 65 is because steal just eats so many attributes. Plus you're gonna want to have your block up to a 75 so that you can get intimidator. You can see even if you bring your block down a few, you lose intimidator there, and you don't want that. You want to have intimidator, so having your block upgraded is more important than your steal, because the 65 steal already gets you interceptor and it's more than enough. So yeah, now with all that being said, once you have all of your attributes looking like this, you can go ahead and click continue. Now for the takeover right here, you have the option between the slasher, shot creator, sharpshooter, and lockdown takeovers. And for me, I mean, it's really personal preference what you want to take, but for me, I'll probably take a shot creator takeover as my primary, just trying to be as similar to as possible to Kobe. I'll take pull-up precision, and for my secondary, I'll probably go ahead and take finishing moves as my secondary. But again, you can choose whichever takeover you want. I do have a video ranking all of the best takeovers and talking about what they all do. I'll put that up in a card in the corner right now if y'all want to check that out. But yeah, the takeover is really personal preference. These are the ones that I'm going to take right here, but again, you can choose whichever ones fit your play style the best. Go ahead and say yes. Now as you can see, boom, two-way scoring machine, shades of Scottie Pippen, LeBron James, and Andrew Wiggins. Now obviously this isn't going to get a Kobe Bryant comparison because we made it as a small forward and Kobe Bryant was a shooting guard, but still it is very similar to Kobe, as you could see by the badges and attributes on the build. And yeah, now I will take a quick second to show you how to put on the badges for the build. I recommend you stick around for this. It'll only take a second or two, and hopefully it'll help you out make the build as good as possible. But first off, for the finishing badges right here, you're going to want to go ahead and get posterizer onto Hall of Fame. Then if you took a slashing takeover, you're going to want to get heat seeker onto Hall of Fame. I'll do that as well since I did take a slasher as my secondary takeover. And then you're going to want to go ahead and get acrobat onto silver, slithery finisher onto Hall of Fame, and then fearless finisher and lob city finisher both onto bronze, just like that. This is how I'm going to set up the finishing badges for this build. Again, if you didn't take a slasher takeover, you don't need heat seeker. You could instead input that into upgrading lob city finisher or fearless finisher higher, or maybe you could go for putback boss, pro touch, highlight film, or any of those badges because they're all good as well. But this is how I'm going to set up the badges for this build. Go ahead and say yes. Now for the shooting badges right here, first off I'm going to go ahead and get deep threes onto Hall of Fame. This is one of those badges that I said only upgrades up to gold on the previous screen, but once you get above 95 overall, you will be able to get this up to Hall of Fame. So that's really, really good. This is a very, very good badge. Then you're going to want to go ahead and get Hot Zone Hunter up to Hall of Fame as well. Blinders onto bronze, Deadeye onto bronze. Then if you took a shooting takeover, you're going to want to go ahead and get Hot Shot. I did, so I'm going to get this up to gold, and I'm going to save those last two badges right here so I can get Rhythm Shooter onto silver, just like that. This is how I'm going to go ahead and set up the shooting badges for this build. A couple other good badges would be Volume Shooter, Fade Ace if you want to shoot post fadeaways, Difficult Shots, Catch and Shoot. Those are all good shooting badges as well, even Stop and Pop. But this is how I'm going to set up the badges for this build right here. Go ahead and say yes. Now for the playmaking badges for this build, first off, you're going to want to go ahead and get Unpluckable onto silver. That's all you're going to need it on. You won't need any higher than that. Trust me, you'll be more than good enough with it on silver. Then you're going to want to go ahead and get Handles for Days up to Hall of Fame. Quick First Step up to gold. And then with these last two badges right here, you do have some personal preference, but for me, I'm going to go ahead and get Ankle Breaker onto bronze and Space Creator onto bronze, just like that. This is the best way to set up the playmaking badges in my opinion. You could also sub out Space Creator for tight handles, but since I took a shot creating takeover, I think Space Creator fits my playstyle better, so I'm going to put the playmaking badges just like this. Go ahead and say yes. Now for the defense badges right here, first off, you're going to want to go ahead and get Clamps all the way up to Hall of Fame, Intimidator onto gold, Interceptor onto silver. Then if you took a lockdown takeover, you're going to want to get hot stopper. I didn't, so I'm not going to put it into hot stopper. Instead, I'm going to get chase down artist onto bronze. Since this build does have a pretty good block, you're definitely going to want that. Then pick dodger onto gold. And then with these last few badges right here, I'm going to go ahead and get heart crusher onto silver, rim protector onto bronze, and rebound chaser onto bronze as well, just like that. This is the best way to set up the defense badges for this build. A couple other good badges would be tireless defender. That's good on bronze, silver, gold, anything. Or you can go into hot stopper as well, like I said, if you took a defensive takeover. But I'm going to go ahead and confirm them like this. And there you guys go. That's how you build the best Kobe Bryant build in NBA 2K21 Next Gen. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you like, subscribe to my channel if you're new. Like I said, only 2% of people who watch my videos are actually subscribed to my channel. So if you click that button right now, you can join the 2% gang. And again, hopefully you guys have a great Christmas today. Hopefully you have a great evening, great dinner, whatever you're doing. Hopefully you have a great time, and hopefully you're safe as well. But yeah, that's gonna be it. All right, peace. Double upload coming tomorrow.